Inspirational, uplifting, altogether good.
The Good News Franklin County Schools.
Welcome to WFCS Radio, the Good News Franklin County Schools podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne McIntosh, and I'm excited to kick off Season 1, Episode 2, the Good News Franklin County Schools podcast. This is created to share the amazing work that's taking place within our district as we highlight all things inspirational, uplifting, all together good. Today, we are honored to welcome and congratulate once again our 2022-2023 District Teacher of the Year, none other than Mrs. Christina Parkes-Watson. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. It is my pleasure to share with you today.
Awesome. And Ms. Parkes-Watson is representing Franklinton Elementary School, and we are joined as well by her lovely principal, Mrs. Jamie Wilkerson. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. It is an honor to be here with the both of you. And once again, congratulations to Ms. Parkes-Watson on this well-deserved honor.
Yes. Congrats.
Thank you.
So, Ms. Parkes-Watson, we're going to rewind, fast forward, go back and forth a little bit. We're here today. We're in the middle of August.
Yes.
And just a few weeks past back, you were announced District Teacher of the Year. Take us through that moment and what that means to you to be District Teacher of the Year.
So it is a joy and honor to be named the District Teacher of the Year. It means a lot to me. It is a great accomplishment that I will cherish and use as a motivating factor as I continue in the teaching profession. It is also encouraging to know that my efforts are being appreciated.
Yes, of course. So, incredible. Ms. Wilkerson, you've worked with this young lady for, 3-4 years now?
This is going on year 4.
Year four. What makes her such a good educator?
Well, Ms. Parkes-Watson holds high expectations for herself, her students, and her colleagues.
Okay.
If you ever go to her class to see a lesson, you will see the enthusiasm and the excitement on the kids' faces and how they just want to interact with the lessons. So she is just a phenomenal teacher, a phenomenal leader. The parents love her. The staff loves her. She is just an overall outstanding teacher.
That's awesome. Did you know those things?
Yes, I think I did.
You've heard it
Yes,
before.
I've
Good.
heard it before.
She's not just
Yes.
putting on for the podcast.
Oh, no,
No,
she's
because
not.
I have told her as well several times.
Awesome. That's good to know. Good to hear. So I've heard this is 4 years at Franklinton Elementary School for you. How many years overall in education? And tell me a little bit about that journey.
So I have been working for 11 years. I'm going into my 12th year in education. I have worked for 7 years in Jamaica, and I'm entering my 5th year now in North Carolina, being at the best school, Franklinton Elementary, for those 5 years.
So did you know that, younger, that you were going to be an educator? Like what clicked in you? What made you say, hey, I'm going to be an educator. I'm going to be a teacher. That's my calling.
So, no, I did not know that I was going to be an educator when I was a younger child because I wanted to actually do nursing.
Okay.
But
Well, you're still helping. You're still helping others. Yeah.
I don't know how I wanted to do that because I do not like hospitals or blood or anything like that. So I think that's when I made that switch. And I also have 2 older siblings that are teachers that are also influential factors too.
Awesome. All right. So, your journey to become a teacher, you say you want to start off in nursing first, and then you were you in school when you had that moment, or did you graduate? Like, what happened?
Yeah, I graduated high school after I made that transition into teaching. I did not start anything pertaining to nursing.
Okay. So when you started college, you kind of knew then.
Yes.
Okay. Were your older siblings kind of like pushing you, or you just saw something?
Yes, actually, one of my older siblings actually did the application, sent it out to me because she was also in college when I started. That was her last year, so she did send out the application for me. So I started my journey. So I have to give credits to her.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful.
So, Teacher of the Year for Franklinton Elementary School, and District Teacher of the Year. what is your message to carry to the regional state levels? Because we believe you're going to be our state teacher of the year. So what is that message that you're going to carry to represent us?
So, the message I would like to carry to the regional and state level is to encourage all educators to always challenge themselves to be the best they can be. As educators, we have to be giving off our best every day. We have been granted the responsibility to educate the nation's children, and we have to do so in a fun and exciting way that would encourage our students to be the best they can be. Hence, we have to meet each child where they are and scaffold them to be to a higher level. We are charged with the task of embracing diversity, building relationships, leveraging creativity, and preparing young minds for excellence. Now, your students have to naturally know that you love and care for them.
Oh, yeah.
So with that being said, my students, they love praises and they love to be rewarded. So that's one way I would use to let them know that I naturally care about their efforts and to let them know that they can continue.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and due to all of these responsibilities that we have to take our job seriously and start with a positive mindset each day so that our students can in turn give off positive results, right? We have to allow our students to have a voice.
Yes.
Right,
Yes,
and
that's good.
encourage collaboration in the classroom. For example, in my mathematics classroom, I teach fourth grade math. My students have to talk about their thinking and their reasoning behind
Yes.
the answers, and they have to collaborate and to make sure they're not just putting down a particular answer, but they have to know why they are
That's
choosing
good.
that answer.
That's good.
Right. So this way I'm able to cater to their needs for future lessons. And guess what? We achieve more out of teaching and learning when we challenge our students as we both take risks together.
Oh,
That's good.
Good.
That's
I'm excited.
that's good. That's real good. So you mentioned two things that stuck out to me, and this is a question for either one of you, being educators. You mentioned giving students their voice and meeting students where they are.
Yes.
Can you kind of, you gave me one example. Can you, either one of you, elaborate on what that means? Like meeting them where they are or giving them that voice. What does that mean to you?
Well, giving students a voice, they are individuals, and sometimes you may be teaching and you're not sure if they're actually getting what you're doing. The students are the right persons to actually say, let's put it as interview them to see what have you learned today. Give them a chance to talk about it, and not just about the lessons themselves. Give them a chance to talk about their personal experiences as well, because that also contributes to how well they're thinking and how well they are relating to what you are teaching them.
That's good. That's good.
And in terms of like meeting them where they are, it's actually tapping into like what we're going to be focusing even more so on this year at our school. I mean, I have some great teachers at FES, but in terms of thinking of meeting where they are, I think a student-centered learning in terms of academically and also behaviorally, like
Yes.
understanding what specific needs the student may need. And I know we're going to put some additional strategies in place this year to help support that process
Nice.
through our PLCs and also through our PBIS model.
Nice,
Awesome.
nice. So for the listeners and viewers who may not know all the educational acronyms that we use,
Yes.
we got so many, right? With PLC, PBIS, can you just
Okay. So PLCs are professional learning communities.
Correct,
And
yep.
within the PLCs, that's where teachers collaborate, they share ideas. That's where we look at data and come up with strategies based upon our data. And we do have a new template this year in terms of looking at our assessments more deeply. I know last year we did a whole lot of that with more benchmark
Okay.
assessments, but now we're going to even, go just a little bit deeper and spread it down to our unit assessments.
Nice.
To really look at the assessments in between to support our students' learning. With our PBIS, which is positive behavior
intervention and support?
Supports.
I remember that one.
So we are a global journey school, and this year we're integrating the global into our PBIS. So within our PBIS, we do have the 10 global competencies integrated into our model to help our students, become global leaders in
Nice.
society and also help them with, how to interact, with each
love it.
other.
I love it.
And
I appreciate
so forth.
cultures. And
Yes. Yes.
I always love the PBIS model because the focus on the positive, just naturally we have a tendency to point out the negative or see the wrong or be like, hey, tie your shoe or stop talking so loud, that we don't the PBIS model to me makes you intentionally look for the good that's going on and to focus on the positive behaviors and the attributes of each person and student. And so that's why I always love that model. So kudos for using that.
Thank you. We're excited.
Get the wrong ear hole.
And I must give a special
I'm excited.
I must give a special shout out to our assistant principal, Mr. Bowles,
Yes.
Awesome.
who has worked alongside.
One time for Mr. Bulls.
Who has worked alongside our global program manager to help, bring this model together. So
That's awesome.
we're excited about it.
That's awesome. So, shifting gears really quick, outside of teaching, who is Miss Parkes-Watson? What are some of your hobbies? What are some things you like to do? You're laughing already. This is going to be good, I can tell.
Well, outside of teaching, I'm mostly a family-oriented person who enjoys family time
Yes.
a lot.
Yes.
I'm actually coming back from my trip to Jamaica where I got to see my family and friends and just to
Awesome.
hang out, right? I enjoy playing board games, especially Scrabble online. That's something I do every day with friends and family, especially my siblings. And being an island girl, I
Right.
love to go to the beach.
All right. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Are you big cookers in your family? Or
Let's say, yeah.
okay. You in particular?
I try to do something.
Okay.
Sounds about like me.
I understand being a teacher and a mom and a wife and all those things, that's a lot to juggle. So, yeah, I understand that you can't always throw a meal together every night. So, I totally get it. I totally get it. So, okay, so we've reached the portion of the show where I like to play a game called Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
So, I'll ask a series of questions and you just, both of you, please pick which one you would rather do. If you choose to elaborate, you can. That'll be nice little icing on the cake. So here we go. Would you rather? Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
10 minutes.
Well, because I had a thought about 150. I'm like, well, I don't know if I want to see that because
far.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, 10 minutes.
I don't want to go that far.
Yeah, it could be some scary stuff.
I know, that's what I'm starting to think like, no.
All right. So, would you rather have telekinesis, the ability to move things around in your mind, or telepathy, the ability to read minds?
Oh, telepathy.
Yeah, that's that one. Read minds.
Yes, read them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, because I'm an overthinker.
Okay.
So instead of me overthinking, I just want to know.
Yeah, what you thinking? Yeah.
But you may know too much when you can read the
That's it.
minds, though, right? Yeah, think about that part too.
I know.
All right. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance along?
Dance. I love dance.
This is
Not another
this is
option.
tough for you.
There's another option.
There's no C. It's A or B.
I'm boring. I guess sing, I guess.
You said sing?
yes.
Sing and dance?
Dance,
Okay.
yeah.
That'd be a nice duet then. All right. So would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go shopping or always forget the one thing that you need when you go to the store?
Always forget the one thing.
She's very decisive. She's like, I know what I want.
Look, that's the green personality. You know,
That's well, I'm green too, so I get it. I get it.
because I'm thinking, I'm trying to analyze the 10, because I usually would do that anyway. I'll go to the store and I'll end up getting more than what I need.
More than what you need anyway. All right, so last one. I think I know the answer to this one, but I'll ask anyway. Would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef?
A personal maid.
Really?
I would say the maid, because I can throw some food together.
It's easier to cook than to clean.
Easy.
Oh, especially with small kids, it's like constant, it seemed like.
Totally get it. I totally get it. So this has been incredible, guys. This has been enlightening. This has been fun.
Yes,
It has been.
It's been fun. Congrats again,
Thank
Ms.
you.
Parkes-Watson.
Yes.
Well deserved.
Yes.
Everyone I've spoken to you about you have said the same thing. It's a
Thank
joy
you.
to be in your class,
Awesome.
and you're an awesome educator. And we look forward to the things you're going to continue to do for us. So we just appreciate you and thank you. And congrats to you as well, Mrs. Wilkerson, and having the District Teacher of the Year from Franklinton Elementary
I'm
School.
excited to have her. I'm so excited.
So this has been our episode, guys, of the Good News Franklin County Schools, episode 2, with our District Teacher of the Year. So if you're listening on your favorite podcasting app, please subscribe and share with a friend. If you're watching us on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, remember, there is greatness inside of you. Let it out. Share the good news, and we'll see you later, everyone.
Inspirational, uplifting, altogether good.
The Good News Franklin County Schools.